Welcome back to NATOR'S Game Picks, ladies and gentlemen. AFC Conference Title Weekend. Both games are on Sunday. A quick recap from the divisional round. I had the Chiefs over the Texans, 28-23. Final score was 23-14. I had the Lions over the Commanders. Commanders beat the Lions, 45-31. My upset of the week was the Eagles. Rams against the Eagles. I had the Rams winning. The Eagles won by I think it was 28-22. And then I had the Bills beating the Ravens 34-30. They won of 27-25. So let's look at the matchups and let's wrap up. We're almost close to the Super Bowl. These are this is the final four. Out of these four teams, two teams will be representing AFC. One team from the NFC, one team from the AFC in the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the AFC Conference Championship round. Ladies and gentlemen, the conference championship Sunday starts with the NFC Championship, where the Washington Commanders go at the Philadelphia Eagles. These teams have played. This will be their third meeting. Each team have split one win. The Commanders won at home. Eagles won at home. Eagles at home now, I think, is going to be a favorable matchup. I believe the Commanders are all the way sold on Jaden Daniels. They got momentum on defense. Bobby Wagner led front seven and with Dan Quinn. The secondary with Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Sanders still the rookie who's played very well. They have good depth now with Benjamin St. Juste behind Lattimore. You still have Noah Igbenogany, Jeremy Chin, free agent pickup from Carolina, along with Frankie Louvu. Yeah, Dorrance Armstrong, former Cowboy, playing exceptional football. And Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen in the front. I think Payne recovered from an injury. But they're going to need all horses on deck against this Eagles offense, which came to life in the second half against the Rams. I thought they may be sputtered and be slow, but Saquon Barkley showed why he's an MVP candidate in that game as he rushed them to victory. Although a late rally from the Rams didn't threaten the Eagles all in all, as they were in control and committed fewer turnovers. I think the Commanders, how they beat the Lions, forcing turnovers and not committing any, is the same way they're going to look to attack the Eagles here. They have to play, the special teams have to be sound on offense, especially on the road. The crowd noise, got to have a good silent count. Jaden Daniels will get tested in this area. I think the Eagles are still out Nakobe Dean, but they still have Zach Bond, the All-Pro, first-team All-Pro selection this year, in that front of that defense. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Darius Slay, who's got his first postseason interception last week, I believe, or the week before. And you have a CJ Gardner-Johnson, who has playoff experience. And then you also have Reed Blankenship, hard-hitting safety. And this front this front four, who's actually very good. And then the Eagles offense, their offensive line can move you. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, very reliable pieces. Dallas Goedert being an X factor, which I think the Commanders need to find an answer for if they're able to limit Brown and Smith and get pressure on Jalen Hurts, force him out the pocket on long third downs. They want to get to that kind of level. And Bobby Wagner will probably be a spy on Hurts and probably read his eyes. As for the Eagles, they want to take advantage of the Commanders' rush defense, try to rush him, wear him down, especially in the second half. They got to keep the Commanders' offense off the field, as they are very high converting third down rate, just like the Eagles are. This is going to be interesting to see here. I think Vic Fangio dials up some exotic blitzes, but at the same time, he's going to be careful because the Commanders have picked them apart in parts where other teams were not as successful. This Philadelphia Eagles defense is one of the best units in the league. And this Commanders offense is one of the best scoring units in the league. Cliff Kingsbury is showing out right now and trying to lead this offense to a Super Bowl. I do think at home the Eagles have the more veteran quarterback over the rookie. I think they hold off the Commanders. They're not going to put it away. The Commanders might have one last shot late in the game where they get the ball back with 30-something seconds. But I can see the Commanders. I can see them falling short. I see the Eagles winning at home here. A score of 26-20. Actually 26-21. I can see the Commanders having 3 touchdowns, but failing maybe a field goal attempt. They miss a field goal attempt, and then from there, every fourth down inside the Eagles' territory is one that they go for, and maybe they don't get some, and maybe they do get others. These are the two highest fourth down converting teams in the league. There's the Eagles, famous for the brotherly shove, and the Commanders, who are with that dual threat quarterback at the helm in Daniels. But I do think 26-21 sounds about right for me. I think the Commanders have a great chance, but it's hard to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times. Twice in your second meeting. Now you're meeting them a third time. It's going to be a great matchup, but I think that's how it goes for the NFC Championship. Now we're moving on to the Chiefs. Bills at the Chiefs. This will be the third postseason meeting between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Twice in the divisional round, once in the AFC Championship. The Chiefs and Mahomes are 3-0 against the Bills. I think the Bills on the road here. I think you'd say third time's a charm. They've played the Chiefs in Kansas City 2 of these meetings and only once at home. Now they're going on the road again. They've been great on the road, other than the early shellacking by Baltimore in the year. They went on the road against Detroit. The Rams did and beat the Bills did and beat them. They did lose to the Rams on the road, but this offense did not fail. I think Taylor Rapp will be out, the safety for the Bills, but you still have Christian Benford. You still have DeMar Hamlin, Teron Johnson. This is a unit that's experienced. You got Matt Milano in the middle, who came back from injury, did a very good job in that game against the Ravens. Was really good at keying on Lamar and making it uncomfortable for him on certain throws, and certain times he's escaped, not having enough time. Matt Milano is a very key piece and integral part of this defense, along with AJ Epinesa and Greg Rousseau in the front four. I think they have a great chance here to, the Chiefs, other than Xavier Worthy, don't have a lot of playmakers. I'm not saying DeAndre Hopkins and Travis Kelce aren't playmakers, but they're possession receivers. And Marquise Brown, a somewhat playmaker, but hasn't really got a target of the shares, a bulk of the targets. Honestly, most of those have gone to the backup tight end, Noah Gray, and Kelce, of course, running on average 4-yard routes to just kind of pick a zone. I think the Bills, as the team met in the regular season, this is their second meeting. The Bills beat the Chiefs. They gave them their first loss, but they were at home. But also, I think that they're used to seeing these kind of looks from them from a long time. There's still an Andy Reid-led offense. They have Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, 2 bruisers, but not going to change the game. They got to limit them and just be careful and look at the penalties. Like, try not to hit Mahomes late. They have to, maybe, no defensive holding, no pass interference. Just trust what they're being coached, and it should take care of themselves. I do want the Bills to win this game. I think the Chiefs, feel like they're destined for a three-peat, and all signs may point to that. But I think that this Bills team can upset the Chiefs. I know I wasn't going to do upset alerts on the conference weekend, but this is the game that happens for the Bills. It's now or never, I feel. They have a young roster even. On offense, I think Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Mac Hollins are gritty. I think James Cook is a underrated, integral part of that offense. And even Ray Davis and Roshan Johnson off the bench. I think there's a lot for this Chiefs defense to account for. I know you got Nick Bolton, George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, and even Nick Bolton, Trent McDuffie. But I do think that this is a game where if the Bills smack them in the mouth early, commit fewer mistakes, I think they have a good chance to win this, and I want them to win this. I think the Bills on the road here, I'd like to see them beat the Chiefs with a score of 35-32. 35-32, because I think that maybe the Bills have the ball. They're only up 1 point. The time is running out, but they're out of downs. They might take a safety and kick it back to the Chiefs with like 3 minutes or less than 10 seconds on the clock. That's why I think I can see like a 35-32. Actually, I'll go 34. I'll go 34-32. I'll go 34-32. I think that's the final score here. I think the Bills come out on top, earning them a trip to the Super Bowl back since the early to mid 90s. We'll see how that goes. These games are coming up tomorrow, so by all means, get ready, enjoy. The Super Bowl will be determined after this weekend, so let's see where it takes us, ladies and gentlemen. This has been NATOR'S for most of the year, almost to the end. A lot of off-season moves happening. We won't really cover that much, but I really appreciate all the viewers, everyone who stuck around, commented. This is not possible without you guys, and I just want to appreciate you. It's gonna keep going, and we'll see how many more identical game scores yours truly can manage to keep guessing. There was none from last weekend. Maybe it'll hit this weekend. So I'll leave you guys at that. Enjoy the conference championship weekend. Have a blessed day. I love you guys. Peace.